So today is January 17th of 2024, and didn't get a whole lot done last week simply because of the weather, and anybody that's living in North America understands that all sorts of nastiness in the weather. But I did manage to get this other piece on. I did that yesterday. Got that piece in yesterday, so that's 3 of them along here, and I've got 2 plus a little bit to go yet, so we're getting there. But it's just been so cold and so nasty. My energy has been going more towards survival than working on the boat. But in other news, my sewer system froze up in the house. So, you can't run any water. You can't flush toilets. You can't do laundry. You can't take a shower, blah, blah, blah. Water I've got. Water is running fine, but the sewer is frozen up. Now, the thing is, I thought I had that fixed or remedied because I've had that problem, and last year I had it freeze up a couple times when we had those real cold spells. So I put more dirt over the septic tank system itself to keep that from freezing up. And I don't think that's where it's frozen now, but I've got a pipe that comes from the house and goes down into the ground, and it's pretty shallow, and I wasn't real thrilled with that when we put the septic system in, and it's proving to be a place where it wants to freeze up. There's a little bit of exposed pipe there, and anyway, so I dumped a whole bunch of snow on both the septic tank and the area there where the pipe is shallow underground, and so now I'm going to have to dig it all out if I want to try to thaw it out somehow. So we'll see what happens with that. But in the meantime, I decided to just do little stopgap measures. They're talking next week. It's supposed to get cold again this week. They're talking 22 below for Friday night, and then sub-zero high temperatures, highs in the single digits below zero. So that's the next few days, and it's supposed to warm up. They're talking highs in the mid-30s. I think I'm going to wait for that and try to thaw that septic system out. So in the meantime, I needed something to do. Of course, you can, living out here in a farm, you could step out the door and pee wherever you want. That's not an issue. But doing other toiletries requires something anyway. So I've been doing a little work in here again, getting some stuff hooked up. Now I do have a portable toilet that's in my small boat, and I could use that, but I don't know, I just hate to use that. So anyway, I got my toilet in here kind of more or less hooked up. It's attached to the, I got it screwed in, and I got a vent pipe just kind of going up and out. I don't know if you can hear it. There's a little fan that runs continuously in there. And of course it's supposed to go outside. I just got it sticking out up above the boat up here. I don't know if it'll stink up the building, or probably not. The building's big enough and probably not tight enough that I'll have any issues with that. But, I've got all my water and stuff working, so, and there's a urinal here too. I could almost just as well sleep out here, clean this up, and sleep out here. I got a TV and a bed and a bathroom, and yeah, anyway, it makes things interesting. But I had to get my circuit hooked up. There's a 12-volt line that I had pre-run over to the forward cabinet area here, and I had to get that hooked up at the box there, at the breaker box. So I had power back here for this toilet. It doesn't draw much power, but it draws a little bit of power. So, I have to come out here and to use the toilet if need be. But yeah, you can see I got my wiring stuff all out again to work on the getting that circuit hooked up. But it's working, and yeah, that should all be good, and hopefully I'll have the house sewer system thawed out before too terrible long, so that's usable again. But one of the things I'd been thinking about was, you know, when you're coming down the companionway stairs, or companionway, whatever you call it, when you're coming down the stairs here, you're going to want to turn some lights on if the lights are all off in there. And I really don't have a good place to do that. The wires are going to be kind of exposed no matter where we go. There's really no place to go in this wall with them. And then whatever we do here, again, that's going to be an exposed. I suppose I could put a switch up here somewhere, but then you're talking about putting a three-way switch in, because you're going to want to be able to turn it off from down there somewhere. And that's a lot, running a lot of wires in places where, for the most part, you don't have, ouch, have room for wires. So, what I ordered was some little 12-volt remote actuated switches. So these are the switch plates here. They have a little lithium button cell in there, just on off, and then here's the receiver and the relay. I thought that was kind of a cool idea. I mean, I've used this sort of thing before in the past, you know, like a keychain fob to activate whatever you need to activate. But yeah, this I think might be the ticket for wiring switches into places. And each one of these sets has got a three-way switch in it, because it's got two switches. You can have one up in the, you know, top of the stairs and another one down in the cabin somewhere. And I ordered a couple of these. We'll see how they hold up and see how they work. T20 bits. These are all T20 bits. 45 of them. Think I'll need that many? I think I will. God, I break off a lot of bit heads. And 90% of it, maybe not 90, 75% of it is when I'm putting these in. You know, that pulls up pretty tight and pretty hard and pretty fast, and you break tips off in there. But also when I go to pull these screws out, then after a couple days this glue is all set up and cured, then I go to pull these out and I break a lot of them off just backing these out too. So I bought 25 I think last time, which was not that long ago. So this time I picked up these packs of 40 and then another pack of 5. And I really haven't seen a huge difference between the different brands. I've used Milwaukee and DeWalt and Bosch, and then these are Menards brand Performix. Yeah, I think these work just as well as anything else. I haven't really noticed any difference. But anyway, so I got a bunch of them so I don't get held up, you know, not being able to put screws in or take them out, whatever the case may be. And I picked up, today I went out shopping. It's supposed to snow again tomorrow, so I'll probably be snowed in for a couple days again. But I picked up a shower head and valve to put into the boat, thinking if things get too gnarly in the house there, if I can't use that, it doesn't work to shower in the house, I can come out here and shower in the boat. But I've got a bit of work before that happens, so I don't know. It's probably a couple weeks for the work before that would actually be ready to go, because I got to put epoxy, several coats of epoxy in there, and some glass cloth, and then paint it, and then hook up the plumbing and whatnot. So yeah, it's going to be a while down the road. In the interim, I think I figured out a way I can still take a shower here at home. I picked up a big tote that just about fits perfectly in my shower, and I'll stand in the tote and then let the water collect in the tote as a shower, and then just toss it out. You know, totes like those back there, only bigger. Fit in my shower a little better. A little bit of water won't make it, you know, into the tub or into the tote, but I can mop that out afterwards. So, yeah, not a whole lot getting done. That's just the way it's going to be here for this stretch. It's unfortunate, but yeah, when it gets that cold, it's hard to do anything. And then I've been spending a lot of time, a lot of energy moving snow and taking care of other things. So yeah, so not a whole lot to report this week, but yeah, we're surviving the winter, which is about as much as you can hope for, I guess. All right, I'll talk to you next week.